right now at noon. The man convicted in connection with the deaths of the 2 missing Welch girls is released from prison.
And we're live at the Pitt State Farm Show, at the 4 State Farm Show here at Pitt State, on this rainy Friday. I know a lot of folks here are happy we're getting rain. Talk about the farm show and our rain chances today, plus how the weekend is shaping up, coming up.
And the FCC urges Congress to close the loopholes scammers are finding to make robocalls.
The 4 States' most watched news starts now.
The only living suspect in the 1999 disappearance of Laura Bible and Ashley Freeman is a free man. This is KOAM News at Noon. I'm Tanya Bach. Topping our first 7 minutes, Ronnie Busick is released early this morning after serving only 2 years and 4 months of his 10-year sentence. According to our CBS affiliate in Tulsa, the Department of Corrections released Busick at 6:30 a.m. Now, the case began in 1999 when investigators discovered the bodies of Danny and Kathy Freeman inside their burning home in Welch. Authorities soon learned that the couple's daughter, 16-year-old Ashley Freeman, and her friend, 16-year-old Laura Bible, were missing. For 24 years, authorities have searched different areas of northeast Oklahoma and other surrounding states in hopes of finding the girls' remains. However, nothing has been found. Court documents show detectives believe the 2 teens were kidnapped, tied up, raped, and held hostage for a matter of days before being strangled. And 19 years later, authorities charged Busick with 4 counts of first-degree murder in relation to the cold case. The other 2 suspects had since passed away. Now, Busick pled guilty to accessory to murder and was sentenced to serve 10 years. After serving a little more than 2, he will now serve 5 years probation, one of which will be supervised. Well, the 4 States' premier agricultural event kicks off in Pittsburgh today. The 48th annual 4 State Farm Show offers both indoor and outdoor booths at the Plaster Center on the Pitt State campus. Let's go now to Chris Warner, who's joining us live from day 1 of this year's big event.
Yeah, that's right. We're here at the Plaster Center at Pittsburgh State University for the 4 State Farm Show. And as you mentioned, the premier event. And with the rain we're getting, I've spoken to some folks here who are very happy about it, but they say we need more, and hopefully we'll get some. We'll get to that forecast in just a moment. But right now, Sean Nacarado is joining us. Come on in here, Sean. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Yeah, we're going to have ourselves a good time. So a lot of fun going on here, and a big deal. So tell me a little bit about the farm show and how important is it for this region to have something like this?
Hey, thanks so much for having me. This is the 48th annual farm show, and it's a 4 State farm show that has been an impact to this region for almost 50 years. And a few years ago, when we thought we might lose it from the region, we had the opportunity to do what we like to do at Pittsburgh State, which is to form innovative, unique partnerships that are for our entire region. And so this brings tens of thousands of people potentially right in a year, just like the Plaster Center does. And so we are so fortunate to have it and to have been able to keep it right here in our region.
And how many vendors do you have out here this afternoon?
They've got over 300 vendors in the Plaster Center, which was a great addition to their programs in the past. In the past they'd be out in a large field. Now they have indoor, air-conditioned, heated, and dry right here. And so the diversity of those booths, too, including outdoor rural living and those sorts of things, to be able to encourage others that may not think the farm show's for them to think, you know what, I might as well go ahead and check it out.
Yeah, and like you said, having this building on a day like today does allow for a few more options than what were originally available if we were outside in that field just down the road, where it'd be muddy, it'd be wet, people may not show up. But here, great opportunities. And just to remind everybody, the farm show, when's it running? What do they need to know to get out here?
So the farm show will be running through Sunday. So we encourage anyone to come out this entire weekend. Hopefully the weather will hold, but even if it doesn't, there's not any mud. So, I encourage everyone to come out from the entire region and experience not only the farm show, but experience that authentic spirit of Pittsburgh that we hope that you receive when you come here.
All right. Sean, thank you so much for joining us. And so again, 4 State Farm Show going on right now, and that's where we're at. We're going to talk a little weather real quick. Let's take a look around the area. So 7th and Range Line, our camera there, it is raining. And from the MoDOT camera at 20th and Range Line, it is raining. And from the KDOT camera just down the road from us here at 69 and 400, you guessed it, it is raining. And that is, of course, great news, especially for a number of the vendors that are out here at the farm show. Taking a look at Skywatch Storm Tracker, you can see there's a little gap in the rain across southern parts of southeast Kansas, but more rain wrapping in behind it with this low pressure system, so we're not done with it yet. It will continue to stick with us through the evening hours. Taking a look at where we were yesterday, started at 54, so a pinch below average, made it up to 83, so a pinch above average. Today, on the other hand, nothing quite like that. Sitting at 70 in Nevada, 72 Stockton. We're at 66 Joplin, Pittsburgh, 68 Parsons, 67 in Oswego, and 66 in Miami. What we're keeping an eye on is we've got the showers and thunderstorms continuing through this evening and into the early overnight hours. Got a pretty pleasant weekend ahead of us, and then we're going to be warmer as we head into next week with some additional storm chances. We have another exciting interview for you as we move on later into the noon news, and we'll have another complete look at your full forecast again here in just a few more minutes. Tanya?
Just a little bit later in the show. In the aftermath of 5 scratches at Churchill Downs, a top contender in Saturday's Preakness Stakes withdraws just 36 hours before post time. Now, First Mission is out with an ankle injury, leaving 7 in the field for the $1.65 million race. Kentucky Derby winner Mage is the 8-5 favorite. Mage was seen yesterday preparing for the second leg of the Triple Crown at Pimlico Racecourse in Baltimore. On Thursday, Kentucky Derby winner Mage worked out at Pimlico Racecourse preparing for the second leg of the Triple Crown. The 148th running of Preakness Stakes is Saturday. That's a look at today's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes. Up next on KOAM News at noon, Americans are getting more and more robocalls as telemarketers and criminals exploit loopholes in old laws, why the FCC is calling on Congress to help. And later, we're making a munchin' crunchin' snack mix in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Well, last week, the Federal Communications Commission shut down a company behind millions of illegal robocalls. Christine Lazar spoke with the head of the agency, who says more action is on the way.
They are the calls no one wants to get.
These calls are so annoying, and it's the #1 consumer complaint at the Federal Communications Commission.
Jessica Rosenworcel is the FCC chairwoman, and on Thursday, the commission adopted a measure that should weed out more robocalls.
To catch those behind these scams.
But she admits it's only one more weapon in an ongoing battle.
Does it feel like a game of whack-a-mole where you get rid of one scam and another pops up in its place?
Absolutely. All I want is a bigger hammer in this game.
The hammer could soon come down on call providers that don't meet the June deadline to implement new call authentication technology. Most phone providers have already adopted the tech called Stir Shaken, which validates a real call and stops fake numbers. But Alex Quilici, CEO of the robocall blocking app Umail, says criminals found a workaround.
Well, the bad guys went and got a bunch of real numbers. So the scammers have just kept going.
According to Umail, Americans received 4.5 billion robocalls in April. Rosenworcel says Congress needs to join this effort.
Do you think that you can get bipartisan support for laws that really come down hard on robocalls?
You know, in a day when a lot divides us, I think hatred of robocalls is one of those things that could unite us.
The chairwoman says updating laws created more than 30 years ago could help stop spam calls for good. Christine Lazar, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Well, still to come on the KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Thank you. Planning on binge watching some TV this weekend? We've got just the thing for you to snack on while you do. It's comfort at its best.
And we are live at the 4-State Farm Show here in Pittsburgh at the Plaster Center. We're going to have more on the farm show and on our rain chances and how the weekend is shaping up when we come back. Welcome back to the KOAM News at noon. We are live at the 4-State Farm Show at Pittsburgh State University at the Plaster Center. It's going on today, starting today. This is day one. And we are joined now by Clay Vaughn, an agent with Specialty Risk Insurance. Clay, thanks for joining us this afternoon. So tell me first a little bit about what it is that you all do.
So yeah, we have most of our agents are here today that are go kind of work this area, the 4-state area, and we're here to see current customers and hopefully future customers. But
we always love to come out to the farm show here. It's always a great time and get to meet a lot of people.
And what is it exactly that you all do? What's the main benefit folks will get if they want to come up, especially on that new customer side?
Yeah, so we're a full-service insurance agency. Kind of our saying is we insure anything from the farm to the plate, from small farm to large farm, commercial ag, really anything. We live in the ag world. We're all in the ag world. All of our agents are. So anything we can do for anybody on the ag world, or even on the commercial side, storefront commercial, we have that option too.
And just how important is it for folks to realize that there are insurance options out there, especially on the agriculture side, given the drought and severe weather that we can see in the area?
Yeah, so I mean, you're always seeing storms. This is storm time. This is tornado season. Really, it's getting close. So we always want to make sure you're protected right, make sure your buildings are insured correctly. Livestock side, tomorrow we have a talk at 1 o'clock for livestock risk protection. So anybody that's going to be in the area, we'd love for you to come out and listen. It's going to be a great talk. We have Kevin Ostrom, who does Cattleman to Cattleman on RFD TV. He is going to be the moderator, so he's going to kind of lead the meeting, and it's going to be really fun, really good talk to listen to.
All right, Clay, thank you so much for stopping by with us this afternoon. And, of course, the 4 State Farm Show going on right now. What else is going on right now? Well, rain. If we take a look at the Skywatch Storm Tracker, there you can see that rain. We're getting a little bit of a gap in parts of southeast Kansas, but this whole system continuing to rotate on through, and we will see additional rain, as you can see, already filling in out to the west, and that will continue with us as we go through the afternoon and evening hours. Still that possibility of maybe 1 or 2 stronger storms with some gusty winds, small hail, but we're not anticipating anything significant. And then as we head into the early overnight hours, this rain will wrap up, and you can see we get that pause in the rain chances. They go back up, and then they will taper off as we head into the early overnight hours. 7th and Rangeline, it is raining on the camera there. Same from the MoDOT camera at 20th and Rangeline. And, of course, rain falling on the KDOT camera at 69 and 400. Right now in Joplin, we've got the clouds, we've got the rain at 66, west-southwest breeze at about 3 miles an hour. And here in Pittsburgh, we've got the rain, and we are sitting at 67 with a calm breeze out there. Humidity, of course, 99%. Taking a look at temperatures around the area, we got 68 Parsons, Chautauqua, 66 Miami, 67 Carthage, and 63 in Neosho. We go through the rest of the afternoon. That high of 72, again, was for some of our eastern areas, and we've reached that. And now that the rain is here, temperatures will continue to gradually fall back through the 60s and eventually into the 50s. Once the rain clears out later this evening, we're going to drop back right around to the mid-50s under partly cloudy skies. And as we head into tomorrow, we've got sunny skies, maybe a few passing clouds, and temperatures looking not bad as we cruise right to about 70. So for the Joplin Memorial Run, which kicks off tomorrow morning at 6:45, we're starting at 54 at 6 a.m., partly cloudy, mostly clear skies after that, 60 by 9, and 63 at 11 a.m. So chilly start, but not a bad day for a run whatsoever. Now, let's talk about the rest of the weekend. Looking at 70 for the high tomorrow, 75 on Sunday, a few more clouds, a decent Monday for us, and then as you see, we head into next week. We have the temperatures increasing, so we're talking lower to mid-80s as we head into next weekend, but we also have those scattered thunderstorm chances. Now, those chances are low, but simply because these storms are going to be scattered, but we do have those rain chances, and of course, they are much-needed rain chances across the area. So again, live at the 4 State Farm Show here at Pittsburgh State University at the Plaster Center, and of course, we'll be back here live at 5 and 6 tonight as well. Tanya?
And with these chances of rain, it sure is a good thing they have that indoor option. Thank you so much, Chris. Well, stick around. We're making a munchin' crunchin' snack mix after the break. Well, if the rain is keeping you indoors and then you're looking for something to nibble on while you're binge watching TV, today's recipe is the perfect mix of sweet and salty. Howard shows us how to make his munchin' crunchin' snack mix in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Try this.
Thanks. One of my favorite things to do after a long, busy week is to curl up on the couch and catch up on the shows that I missed, or watch a bunch of classic movies back to back. Of course, no good TV binge will be complete without a fun-to-eat snack mix, like the one we're making today. We start by combining some toasted corn cereal with mini pretzels, dried cranberries, and chocolate-coated candies. After giving them a toss, we set them aside while we melt some almond bark in the microwave. It melts quickly, so keep an eye on it so it doesn't burn. Now we pour this over our cereal mixture and toss it one more time until it's coated well. To give this a fun out-of-the-box twist, we sprinkle it with powdered sugar. Now onto a baking sheet it goes. Once it sets up, fill up a bowl and head to the couch. It may sound simple, but the combo of the sweet and salty plus all the different textures really brings this to life. It's so good, you may want to make a double batch. To get the recipe for our Munchin' Crunchin' snack mix, just visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a munchable way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Ready for a sugar overload? You can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Here's a look at our 4-state market prices.
All right, we of course are live at the 4-State Farm Show at Pittsburg State University here at the Plaster Center, and we will be back here at 5 and 6 o'clock tonight. Quick look at that extended forecast. Got the thunderstorms continuing through this evening. Great weekend ahead of us, even a decent Monday. Next week, temperatures begin to warm low to mid-80s, and then we'll see those scattered thunderstorm chances kicking in Tuesday through next Sunday. So some more much-needed rain on the way. Tanya, Dow?
All right, and I bet you're glad that you're inside right now, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt. It's raining lightly out there.
Lightly, yeah.
But yeah, fortunately, you're under a roof at the 4-State Farm Show.
What else do we have coming up tonight at 5?
Well, we're going to be at the Farm Show. Plus, it is World IBD Day. It's a day to raise awareness of inflammatory bowel diseases. The most common types of IBD are Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. We're going to learn more about that in Health Watch. Plus, details on an attempted kidnapping at the third Thursday. And the city of Coffeyville received a $100,000 grant to revitalize the history and heritage of the city. Hope you join us for those stories. And once again, we are going to be live at 5 and 6 for the 4-State Farm Show at the Plaster Center at PSU.
All right. All right, thanks for joining us for KOAM News at Noon. We'll see you right back here at 5 o'clock.